camera.
Feeding.
3031, take
Marker.
one, marker.
Frame.
Okay. And action. Hello, ducks.
Hello, Mother. What do you want?
You never call, you never write, you stay hidden in that moldy old library.
Oh, are you feeling sorry that you and your goons haven't been able to break into a library?
As Silas' primary sponsor, Corvée Corp would prefer to use the term intern. Goon doesn't stress the potential career growth that our entry-level positions offer, and it's definitely why the Zetas jumped on board.
Well, intern, collaborator, dead man talking, it's all the same to me, really.
See, this kind of hostility is why we need to chat. Clearly, you can keep disemboweling the help and snooping around my business until I find a way to track down that tesseracting book nook, crack open the enchantments keep me out, and kill you all. But frankly, I'm a busy woman, and that sounds time-consuming. So I'm prepared to offer you a truce. Stop prying into my affairs, and I'll leave you alone in your cozy little library.
Tasha.
How was the secret truce-violating archive dive?
Somewhere after 1924, the tech started moving on its own. So either the board schemed to juice the lacrosse team with werewolf hormones had somewhere else to be, or I just really need to caffeinate.
Did you find anything about the book? The Hellgate? The talismans?
Would you care if I had?
No, of course not, because I have the scarf I'm making.
Yeah, which is why you were looking at the crime board.
I ran out of yarn. Wasn't feeling guilty about anything.
Of course.
Invidia somnia loca occulta, non exa adverso mihi.
Oh God, what now?
Okay, don't want to alarm anyone, but you know how our lives kind of depend on my having figured out what kind of crazy the library is going to throw at us next?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gone insane. It's like somebody poked it with a sharp stick.
Like, we're being attacked? Like maybe someone figured out what we're up to? Whew. Surfing in the USA.
Yeah.
And action.
Fountain, Ubavalt, Howling Abyss, the interior of some sort of, I don't know, space whale?
How is the dean even doing this?
No idea. Ah, red room full of knives.
She can't break in here and get to us, can she?
I don't know. I think the library's shifting like this to get away from her. Nuclear wasteland, iceberg, room full of knives again.
Oh, Hermione! Oh, you just had to go and make your mother angry, didn't you?
Wait, you're blaming this on me?
I don't know if you noticed, but until you went looking for the Necronomicon, we weren't under siege.
How could she have even found out?
I don't know, maybe the board minutes were alarmed. He said the tech started moving.
Cyberpunk dystopia, angry shrimp world, room full of knives. It really likes that one.
Yeah, or maybe it was her plan all along. Wait, how many times has it shown us the red room?
The tornado knives? It seems to be stuck on that one.
Do you think it means something?
I have no idea, but I think there's something at the end of the hall on an altar. Hey, it's that creepy owl symbol again.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Where are the glasses? Give me the glasses. Okay. Yeah, the book we need is in there.
How could you possibly know that?
Because of the giant set of glowing runes that say the book you need is in there, idiots.
There is no way that it says that.
Yeah, you're right. Idiots translates to something more like goat brain innies, but I thought I'd be concise.
We are not going in there. That is a bad room.
The library is pointing us right at it.
Maybe it is, and maybe it wants to help, or maybe it wants to grind our bones and make its bread. It isn't big on consistency, and if you looked in there, the Cenobites want their playhouse back.
Sorry, I am not getting rid of our best lead because you would rather redecorate than risk getting a paper cut.
Fine. Say we fling ourselves into that chainsaw masquerading as a room and you get your talisman. You know what happens next. The room is just going to tell us that the book is just going to tell us that we have to go to some hell dimension for an ancient potion or outriddle an ancient death beast, or after that there's going to be another thing and another until finally one of them gets us or your mother gets us or we drop dead of exhaustion. And I don't want to do that anymore. I just want you and me and Laugh to live our safe little lives, eating out of vending machines and not dying for no reason.
Yeah, I think I found a flaw in your "we'll be safe in here" plan.
The Dean can't keep this up forever.
We'll be dead way before that.
Please, Carm, don't. I've lost too much already. I can't lose you too.
Sorry, cutie. Safety's never really been a good look on me.
Crescendo, crescendo. And stable, and cut.
Score one for the library. I think we're saved.
Hooray.
And really cut that time. And
Speeding.
Marker.
I think since everything in this room is part of the library, it'd be more careful about messing itself up.
Pretty sure it doesn't conceptualize order and chaos the same way we do. Hey, can you stop with the stress cleaning? You're making me Miss Perry.
Sorry, I don't want to think about... How long now?
36 minutes, 12 seconds. 4 minutes later than the last time you asked. As soon as I finish gearing up, I'm going after her. You can too?
I can't believe she did this.
Really?
Yes, it's selfish and inconsiderate and...
Totally in keeping with her brand new all-consuming desire to kill the Dean?
I mean, what does she expect us to do? Just follow her blindly into terrifying danger? Because you shouldn't put people in a position like that.
You don't say.
We just barely got away from the Dean last time. What do you think she's going to do if we get our hands on the book? Carm can't just expect us to back her up on that.
Look, I'm pretty sure she's not expecting you to back her up.
Wait, you think it's because she's been in there for 36 minutes?
38.
38 minutes that she's dead?
No, I think Carmilla's got a fairly good grasp of the obvious.
The obvious?
That you're reacting to the trauma and disappointment of past failures with a combination of deliberate withdrawal and denial. As far as defense mechanisms go, it's been pretty effective.
I see. So you think I'm too much of a coward to go in there?
No, I don't think you're a coward. Frosh, over the last year, I've watched you take on a vampire with a spatula, a diabolical corporate takeover with a news podcast, and a murderous fish god with no plan whatsoever. Do I think you're afraid of a souped-up blender commercial? No. You're afraid that if tragic vampire lover out there gets her hands on something to use against the Dean, you're going to lose her. And between all your repressed, squishy feelings and everything you gave up trying to save her, you are completely unable to deal with that possibility.
That's not what I'm trying... My feelings are not squishy.
Of course, the only problem with that line of reasoning is that denial or not, books and talismans or not, Carmilla is going after the Dean, who, if the state of our drinking water is any indication, is using the Book of Revelations as a warm-up test. Do you really think our friendly neighborhood vampire stands a better chance without whatever help we can give her? Look. If you're not ready, you're not ready.
Sorry, Laugh. Can't. If they survive this, LaFontaine is so cut off from psychology today.
That's fair.
Cut. I'd love another judge for safety, but I was going.
There's a library
Marker.
study of helping. I think I need to review the concept.
Wow.
Oh, thank Dumbledore! Oh, I'm starting to worry I'd never see you again.
Yeah, you weren't the only one. If that was the library's idea of helping, I think it needs to review the concept.
Maybe if the book is a weapon it needed to test us, weed out the unworthy, you gotta admire its creativity, very Indiana Jones.
Yes, I am feeling very appreciative of the blow darts in my...
Hey! She who jumps into death traps does not get to whine about her butt hurt.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a very well-known fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no
I
squishy
just-
feelings here.
Yeah? You just make up all the rules?
As cute as this whole butt hurt thing is, I'm gonna go analyze this desiccated book husk we risked our lives getting.
So, congratulations, I guess, on the whole successful book quest thing.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'm sure it'll send us hunting after some horrifying death beast soon enough.
sad news. While most of you are, of course, fearfully loyal, there remain those who insist on defying their dean, who think the simple fact that I haven't been able to reach them quite yet means that I have no way to hurt them, as though their teachers and classmates and friends are not here in my power. So, with that in mind, my dears, let us discuss the concept of consequences.
Rush the lines. And cut.
Roll sound and camera.
And speed.
Camera speeding.
062, take one.
Mark.
Barker.
No choice but to strip her of her tent. And all its attendant privileges.
Marker.
Oh yeah, Natash, when you do that and it goes on like that for a while, I just flip a bunch of pages, like play it like a lot of pages.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh. Yes. So.
What, is there a problem?
Nope. Just give me 1 second. Yes, I was doing that and then I didn't, so I wouldn't mess it up.
Gotcha.
Hang on. We good.
All right. Here we go. And action.
And the great evening star fell, burning, to carve its path through the gates of Urgel. 8-pointed, and for every point a watchman. For the dead, the ocean, the bones, and the great grass plains. For every point a shackle closed. For the dead, the ocean, the bones, and it just keeps going on like that for a while.
You remind me if I'm ever writing a world-saving book of prophecies that extended metaphors are bad luck.
You think? Oh, look, this one rhymes. 4 to make a circle, 4 to make a cage. The word, the blood, the chalice, and the liar's heart presaged.
Maybe it'll make more sense after a good night's insomniac staring at the ceiling.
You do that. Hey. How are you doing?
After watching my favorite teacher's soul get sucked out of her body, peachy. I know Professor Cochran was an academic zombie resurrected to save on faculty salaries, but she taught me a lot. She gave me the only A I ever got at Silas.
And you still think making nice with my mother's the way to go?
It's not that I don't get it. After everything she did to you, to me, her matricidal urges, totally justified. It's just, everything I did last semester played directly into her hands. The choices I made that got Danny killed, that got Maddie killed, they came out of me believing that my life is some kind of story where good stands up and fights and vanquishes evil, and that love can never hurt you. And you're right, that was naive. So, I'm trying to figure out what the new world-wise Hollis would do. At exactly the same moment that you decided to graduate from Apathy Gal to Lady Vengeance. Welcome to Irony Land and its sister nations. Serves you right, Laura.
I'm not doing this to punish you.
I know. If I really thought it'd be as simple as get all 4 talismans, stop the Dean.
Wait, what did you say?
Get all 4 talismans, stop the Dean?
Where in the name of all that's unholy would you get the idea there are 4 talismans?
Were you listening to the book? 4 to make a circle, 4 to make a cage. The word, that's probably the book, because that kooky lady...
Ikuku.
Yeah, she said that the book was the first talisman, right? Which leaves the blood,
The chalice, the liar's heart's presage.
Yeah, exactly. Dollars to donuts, those whatever they are, your next 4 talisman. And you need
4
4...
to make a cage.
Yeah, it makes sense. 4 board members, 4 talismans to cage the dean. Not quite as clear-cut as 1 ring to rule them all, but nothing a half semester of English lit can't handle.
You're amazing.
It's quite possible the extreme crafting wasn't quite using all my bandwidth.
I mean, do you realize if we can get all 4 talismans and finally, and my mother, what this would mean?
You mean besides getting to go somewhere with an actual beach for summer vacation?
No more running. No more hiding. No more constant threat of her hurting us.
Going to a school where all you had to
worry about surviving or your exams, getting Perry back,
Finally being free.
to do whatever, go wherever we want. Oh, like Paris. We could go to Paris and get a crappy apartment and read Simone de Beauvoir and eat chocolate croissants and... By we, I mean you. You could definitely do those things. Without anyone to remind you of past disappointments.
I should, I'm gonna go kill something to eat. Oh.
Because I do need to be haunted by my stupid mistakes forever.
Snap off the feed. Scott, I'd like to go another.
Me too.
Here we go.
And action.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, please. After you.
You can go.
No, I'll just get soapy and naked another time. Not soapy and naked. I bathe with my clothes on.
Sorry.
3076, take 1, marker.
You guys are great.
Literally my dream.
Okay.
And action.
So the way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell? Maybe the Owl Lady wrote us down some more helpful notes. Can you give me the glasses?
Sorry.
So the way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell? Maybe the Owl Lady wrote down some helpful notes. Can you give me the glasses? Seriously?
Look down at glasses.
I'll slow down when I get to gates of hell so you know what I'm doing.
Quiet, please.
Okay. Here we go. And action.
Okay, so the way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell? You know, maybe the Owl Lady left us some more helpful notes. Can you give me the glasses? Seriously? The way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell?
Sorry.
The way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry.
Okay.
One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell? You know what? Give me the glasses for a sec. Seriously? So the way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And three, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell?
Right.
You know what? Give me the glasses. Seriously?
3076, take 3, marker.
And I'll step.
Frame.
And inch to your right, please, Natasha. And action.
The way I see it, we've got three major avenues of inquiry. One, what are the other three talismans? Two, what exactly is the Dean and how is she possessing Perry? And 3, what does she hope to accomplish by opening up the gates of hell?
Right.
You know what? Give me the glasses.
All right. About a year ago, I uploaded my journalism project up online because my roommate went missing, and unbelievably enough, I'm doing it again. With JP and the library's help, Laugh thinks we can get one blast through the Silas firewall, so we're broadcasting everything we've recorded over the last few days because you need to know what's going on. The Dean of Silas is some kind of ancient, evil, unkillable, totally evil thing. She's possessed my former Flordon and is using the student body as slave labor to open the gates of hell. Near as we can tell, she has 4 open already, and when she opens the 7th, it's going to unleash, well, hell, which, from everything we know, is going to be immediately bad for Silas and shortly thereafter the planet. When I sent out that first vlog, I didn't know if anyone could help, but if you're out there, if there's anything you can do, help us with the weird non-Sumerian symbols we can't translate, loan us a secret wand or an army of ghosts or Death Star blueprints, we'll take it. If we're still, alive in a few days, I'll try and broadcast again, but until then, just, keep on hoping.
So not exactly we will fight on the beaches, huh?
Was I not inspirational enough about the impending doom? Look, we have to stop the Dean. I wouldn't be getting my Christiana Manpour on if that wasn't the most important thing there is. But the girl who thought all she had to do to save the world was get a webcam and be all, "Stand, women of Gondor." She doesn't live here anymore. I'm a realist now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Because if you plan on staying here to save the world, then we need to establish some ground rules.
Okay, well, that seems fair.
All right? 1, no more keeping secrets about vast supernatural conspiracies.
Okay, then.
2, no more gallivanting off on dangerous missions.
Okay, we don't gallivant.
3, any plan or activity that you intend to undertake has to be cleared by me for safety assessment. And if I deem any materials that you need to wear, safety gear, anything necessary...
Dad, I'm not wearing a biohazard suit again!
Honey, that biohazard suit saved your life!
So I'll just be anywhere but here.
I'm sure you think I'm ridiculous, what with your sex, blood, and rock and roll attitude, but that is my job. To make sure that she is safe for as long as possible.
Yeah? And how exactly do you plan on doing that? By locking her up in a tower?
It's a thought. Something with really high walls.
Yeah, and like a deep moat, maybe.
Maybe some kind of man-eating dragon. You think that would work?
I don't know. She's always had a knack for finding trouble.
Don't I know it? When she was 5, she tried to rally her whole kindergarten class against the evils of princess culture.
Thanks.
It wasn't any less terrifying then.
I bet.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why you would have her stay here instead of coming home with me.
You think this was my idea?
Oh, she did not dig in her heels until after her chat with you.
Hey, if she were listening to me, you would both be back on your way home. Trust me.
Well, that's unexpected.
Did she really try to start a kindergarten uprising?
You got a minute?
I do. I'd like to know.
There she was.
And cut. Awesome, guys. Let's do another one. That was good.
Cool.
Marker.
Everybody happy? Everybody ready? And maybe Carmen, don't be sipping when we start. So take a sip of it.
Okay.
And action.
And there she was, pigtails and all, just saying, "I have proof, Mr. Vice Principal, that you have been embezzling from the 4th grade Candygram Fund."
You're kidding me.
He had to resign. In fact, there was a picture of her in the local newspaper, too. I think there's a picture of it in my wallet. Oh, no, that's her.
Oh, God, what are you doing, Dad?
I'm just showing Carmela photos of you.
My baby pic. Oh, God, this is what an aneurysm looks
Oh,
like.
no, don't be embarrassed. Oh, that's her in her ladybug costume.
Okay, Dad, it is time for you to go and hit La Fontaine with some sciencey power tool thing. Go now.
I don't know what you're getting all pink and huffy about.
You mean besides the mortification?
He's proud of you.
Which is amazing when you're 5. At 19, he could start treating me like an adult, you know?
I don't really know. I mean, the only father I ever had saw me as an inconvenience until I was old enough to be traded as chattel, so... Guess I can't really emphasize with embarrassing wallet photos.
Sorry, I didn't think of that.
No, it's okay. You don't need to.
Yeah, it is. Because we're friends now, right?
Yeah. Sure. We're friends.
Yes. Friends. You know? People who care when their callous attitude hurts you.
Wait. What do you... Is this because I asked you to leave?
No. Yes. Do you know how that felt after everything?
I mean, Laura, it was just to keep you safe, which is all you've been saying you wanted while you moped around embroidering Firefly dialogue on the curtains.
Sorry, my post-traumatic revelation was inconveniently timed for you.
You mean how you're a realist now? Which you are just lying to yourself about.
Well, it's better than being a smug, superior...
I'm smug and superior?
Yes!
You're hypocritical, disillusioned,
condescending,
prissy,
sexy,
you're a big
undead. Immature.
And there she goes.
What do you say? Oh my God. Betty?
No. Is everybody okay? Yeah. I just heard I can save it.
Yeah. Good try.
Okay?
Yeah. We're good.
I'm
good. Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
We've got.
Yeah. Huh.
12, 2, 4, marker.
All right. Yeah. Should
Everybody settle, please. Here we go. And action.
Let me get that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
All right. And
So anyway, there she was, just pigtails and all, and she says, "I have proof, Mr. Vice Principal, that you have been embezzling from the 4th grade Candygram fund."
You're kidding.
He had to resign.
Yeah, I can see that.
In fact, there was a picture of her in the local newspaper too, and I think I have it in my wallet.
Oh yeah, I want to see.
Dad, what are you doing?
Just showing Carmela some of the photos. That's
My
it from-
baby. Oh God, this is what an aneurysm feels like.
No, don't be embarrassed. That's wait a minute. That's her preschool pageant, and
No,
my favorite one.
no.
It's the ladybug costume.
Dad, this is when you leave. You have to go help laugh with some sciencey power tool. Go, just go now.
I don't know what you're getting all pink and huffy about.
You mean besides the mortification?
He's proud of you.
Which is amazing when you're 5. At 19, he could start treating you like an adult, you know?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, the only father I ever had saw me as an inconvenience until I was old enough to be traded as chattel. So I can't really empathize with the whole wallet photo thing.
Sorry, I didn't even think of that.
It's okay. It's not something you have to
No,
think
of
about.
course it is, because we're friends now, right?
Right, yeah. We're friends.
Yes. Friends. You know, people who care when their callous attitude hurts the other one's feelings.
What are you... Wait. Is this because I wanted you to leave?
No. Yes. Yes. I mean, do you know how that felt after everything?
It was to keep you safe, which is all you've been saying you wanted for the past 2 months while you just moped around here, embroidering Firefly dialogue on the curtains. And then you didn't even go.
Okay,
so
well,
what do you want me...
Sorry, my post-traumatic revelation was inconveniently timed for you.
You mean how you're a realist now? Yeah, you're lying to yourself about that. Did you know that?
Well, it's better than being a smug,
Hypocritical,
superior,
delusional,
condescending,
tightly wound,
narcissistic,
prissy,
apathetic,
nerd, little
sexy,
wannabe writer,
undead.
journalist.
Hey, Hollis.
Oh my god. Betty?
Yeah, we got your doomsday.
313, Alpha 2, take 5. Marker. Same. 313, Alpha 2, take 7. Marker.
Okay, so we rappel down.
Repel? We have no idea how many minions the Dean has down there or how deep the excavation goes.
Okay. Okay, so I build us ninja suits and we hang glide and
Oh, you numbskulls always make everything way too complicated. I go in, I get the sword, done.
And the possible army waiting for you?
It's simple. I carefully, stealthily eviscerate anyone stupid enough to get in my way.
Like the Dean.
well, in the event we encounter her, I've narrowed down the demon list to about 5 kinds of awful she could be. There are these Sumerian ones called Lilitu. You can use an
So
amulet.
a 1 in 5 chance. We play exorcism roulette with the Dean.
You know, I bet nobody ever accused Tesla of playing exorcism roulette. Sounds like your dad's plans are ready for some applied genius. Let me know when yours are.
And Dad's got a new plan. Of course he does. My luck, it's probably one of those tracking devices they put in pets. Okay, I know you'd much rather just lone wolf it into the pit and grab the sword, but...
Really, what gave you that idea?
Because it's what you always do. And I get it. No fun discussing strategy with the preschoolers when you're so much smarter than us. It only gets worse when it's about your mother and your revenge, because then you might have to admit that your feelings are getting in the way. And you might have to admit that you have feelings.
You should probably leave the insights to those who actually attended Freshman Psychology Cupcake.
Like it's some profound revelation. You never want to admit how you feel. Not how angry you are. Not how scared you are that you're never going to escape your mother. Not that you don't know if you can ever forgive me. Not that you aren't as confused as I am about what that kiss meant.
Please. You think nobody's ever kissed me to make themselves feel better?
That's not what I was doing.
Of course it was. You want to talk feelings? Okay. You're lonely, and you're scared, and you're not sure you're up to saving the world when you couldn't even save this place, so you dropped your little friends act and you kissed me. And that's fine. But it doesn't mean I'm going to blindly go back to following your lead. Look, I need the sword, and if you don't have a plan by sundown, I'm getting it myself.
Cut. You got it.
Are you still rolling?
Still rolling. Go ahead and slate.
316-3, take 3. Marker.
All right, here we go. Hey, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Frame.
Am I in?
No.
No, you're good. Great.
And action.
So, thanks to JP, we not only have terrifying insight into how badly the Dean has messed up Danny, but also the totally not bone-chilling revelation that she'll be opening the 5th seal ASAP and coming for us next. Which means it's time to start looking outside of the box.
Still up to summoning a bloodthirsty pagan god?
We've got 3 candidates. Enki, the god of knowledge, Hostar, the shepherd of men, and Erishkigal, the queen of the underworld. I'm thinking she's our best bet. She's like the dean's sister, or a reflection, or both. And the locket is hers, what with the book belonging to Enki and the sword to Hostar. And it's her turf that the dean is looking to take over.
Why stop at bloodthirsty god when you can go full-on death goddess, right?
I'm thinking the reason that we're always in over our heads is that we keep on picking fights that are over our heads. If the dean has some supernatural nemesis who might want to help, why not give that a shot?
Well, would you look at that? Laura Hollis, chessmaster.
Look at us. Making plans, strategizing, comrades working shoulder to shoulder. No awkwardness. No desperate, lusty sexual undertones. Just good old-fashioned buddies.
Three, 16-3, take 1, marker. And action.
So, thanks to JP, we not only have terrifying insight into how badly the dean has messed up Danny, but also the totally not bone-chilling revelation that she'll be opening the 5th seal ASAP and coming for us next. Which means it's time to start looking outside of the box.
Still up to summoning a bloodthirsty pagan god?
We've got 3 candidates. Enki, the god of knowledge, Hostar, the shepherd of men, and Erishkigal, the queen of the underworld. I'm thinking she's our best bet. She's like the dean's sister, or a reflection, or both. And the locket is hers, what with the book belonging to Enki and the sword to Hostar. And it's her turf that the dean is looking to take over.
Why stop at bloodthirsty god when you can go full-on death goddess?
Thinking the reason that we're always in over our heads is that we keep on picking fights that are over our heads. If the dean has some supernatural nemesis who might want to help us, why not give that a shot?
Well, look at that. Laura Hollis, chessmaster.
Look at us. Strategizing. Working together. Comrades working shoulder to shoulder with no awkwardness. No desperate, lusty sexual undertones. Just good old-fashioned platonic buddies.
That was so awkward.
1, take 2, marker.
Thank you, Enrico. Everybody settle.
Oh my god, Dad!
Action!
What the hell is this?
Bear spray. Bear spray. It's my own recipe.
If you think that's gonna stop me, go!
Let's go back to 1.
Resetting. Still rolling.
Back to 1.
Was I in your way?
Can you
Do
do
you need me to
that?
step over?
Enrico, come in action mode. Here we go, everybody.
No, I guess I'll just go out earlier.
And action!
What the hell is this?
Bear spray. My own recipe.
Because if you think that's gonna stop me, go! Carl, this way! Oh, God!
Dad!
Oh, sweetheart.
Still all about that bear spray, huh?
Huh? Anything?
Dad.
Say? Good. We need to talk about the friends you're keeping.
Danny's not a friend anymore.
Really? Because I couldn't help but notice you went for snowy Uberwald rather than live volcano.
Not now, Carm, okay? God. Dad. Wait, how are you even here? Last time we talked, you were packing the car to come get me for Christmas vacation, and then the earthquake started.
Well, you remember Mrs. Kransky? Well, her son Louis applied to Silas. And I gave him a lift so he could check out the campus. Well, then the earthquakes happened and we got stuck in Einhorn overnight. Around 3 a.m., I get woken up by Mr. Hollis. Dude, your daughter is making some hella crazy vids.
You saw my videos?
The missing roommate. The missing roommate. What was the other one? The other one was my roommate, the vampire, bit me.
Well,
and
the blood loss was
wait a
minor.
minute. The human sacrifice. That was a great one. Huh? What did you say?
I said the blood loss was minor when my roommate bit me.
What? Okay, but none of that remotely compares to the fact that you were possessed by an supernatural, evil dean of a private university where I am paying exorbitant tuition rates to keep you safe. Anyway, I left Lewis in Einhorn and nearly ran off the road twice trying to get here. The last huge earthquake just swallowed my car. I was rescued by a giant, which would really have been terribly shocking if your videos hadn't already broadened my horizon. So there is that. And the giant, his name is Bob. Bob, it turns out that he needed help navigating through the Styrian Alps. It turns out that he has a cousin that works here, in the phys ed department. Yeah. Anyway, so we decided to hike in together, and everything was fine until we came across a safety patrol of Styrian villagers. And it might as well just been a crowd scene in Frankenstein. And I managed to sneak onto campus while they were chasing poor Bob with their pitchforks. And then it was just all tiny swarms of dragons and talking fungus and the lady who I'm pretty sure was a harpy. And none of them had any idea what had happened to you until this door appeared, and I put my ear up against it to listen, and what I heard was you being attacked by a vampire. Again.
So how many of my videos did you see again?
Hey, Laura, great news on the research front.
Dad, this is my friend, LaFontaine. Laugh? This is my dad.
Oh, you weren't kidding about the overprotective bit. I'm pretty sure my parents have rented out my room to a nursing student and decided she's my replacement.
LaFontaine. Laura has talked about you. Yes, you're the biology major with the sampling obsession, of course, and who's decided who doesn't want to be a girl?
Dad, that's not.
It's fine. It's less about the she and more about the they these days, Mr. Hollis.
Of course, my apologies.
Oh, it can take some getting used to.
Well, I can deal with vampires and giants. This is hardly a stretch.
That's very logical.
Speaking of vampires, do you ladies and not ladies mind just giving me a moment alone with my daughter?
Of course. Come on, Betsy. Need an extra pair of eyes on these?
Sure.
Look, I only saw Louis Kransky's greatest hits, but trust me, it was more than enough.
Good, because some of those videos were edited in ways that could be misleading.
Really? So you're not camped out in an evil university dating a vampire who nearly gave you up as a human sacrifice?
Okay, yes, but escaping the evil university was complicated, and Carm would never hurt me. She saved my life.
Would your life have needed saving if she wasn't in it? What did I tell you? What did I say to you when you told me you were a lesbian?
Thank God you finally said it.
After that?
You better find a girl who deserves you.
That's right! And this may be shocking to you, but murderous vampire wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Dad, it's not even like that anymore. We're just friends.
Really? Really? All right. Look, I'm sure it's much more complicated than what I've seen, and she does get points for saving your life, and so, you know what? We can take her with us when we leave. She's just have to say your goodbyes before we get home.
Wait, what? Home?
Yeah. I just spent the last 5 months battling through untold insanity. Yes, you bet your sweet Bippy I'm taking you home. Awesome. Now, Natural person.
Yeah,
There you go.
natural
Yeah.
human.
Natural person.
There you go.
Positions, we are speeding.
Door should be open, please.
Yes.
Snowy Overwall.
Sherman in action mode. You guys already-
Cover your eyes, honey.
What the hell is this?
It's bear spray. It's my own recipe.
Do you think that's gonna stop it? Go!
This way! Dad!
Sweetheart. We need to talk about the friends you're keeping.
Danny's not a friend.
Really? Because I couldn't help but notice that you went for Snowy Uberwald on the exit there.
Okay, not now, Carm. God. Dad. How are you even here? Last time we talked, you were packing the car to come get me for Christmas vacation, and then the earthquake started.
Yeah. You remember Mrs. Kransky? Well, her son Louis applied to see. What's the name of this school again?
Sorry. I flubbed a line too. I should have said instead of Fly Volcano.
Best to fuck it up at the beginning of the soon, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right.
And we still got lots of
Silas?
Silas.
Thank you, Alana, coming in with a fresh can of spray.
Really? Really? Because I couldn't help but notice you went for Snowy Uberwald. Really? 'Cause I couldn't help but notice you went for Snowy Uberwald instead of Live Volcano.
All right,
Snowy
everybody
Uberwald.
Yep.
in the mode. Moment.
Yep.
Cover your eyes, honey!
What the hell is this?
It's bear spray, my own recipe.
Do you think that's gonna stop it? Go!
This way! Dad!
Sweetheart!
Still all about that bear spray, huh?
You know what? We need to talk about the friends you're making.
Danny's not a friend.
Really? Because I couldn't help but notice you went for Snowy Uberwald instead of Live Volcano on the exit there.
Not now, Carm, okay?
God. Dad!
Honey.
Wait, how are you even here? Last time we talked, you were packing the car to come get me for Christmas vacation, and then the earthquake started.
Yeah, you remember Mrs. Kransky? Well, her son Louis applied to Silas, and I thought, I'd bring him along so he could check out the campus. Well, then the earthquake happened, and we got stuck in Einhorn for the night. Right around 3 a.m., he wakes me up with, Mr. Hollis, dude, your daughter is making hella crazy vids.
You saw my videos?
The missing roommate, the human sacrifice, my daughter's almost a vampire? Huh?
She bit me, but the blood loss was minor.
Oh, you know what? But forget all that. Because that doesn't remotely compare to the fact that my daughter was possessed by an evil, supernatural, evil dean of a private university where I am paying exorbitant tuition rates to keep you safe. Anyway, I left Louis in Einhorn, and I nearly drove off the road twice getting here, and the last huge earthquake just swallowed up the car. And I was rescued by a giant. Yeah, an actual giant. And it would have been, really disturbing if your videos hadn't already broadened my horizons. But it turns out this giant, Bob, has a cousin who works here on campus, phys ed department, Anyway, so he needed help. Turns out that Bob needed help navigating through the Styrian Alps, right? So we hiked in together. Everything was fine until we came across a safety patrol of Styrian villagers. Well, that might have well just been the mob scene from Frankenstein. I mean, poor Bob. Jeez. I mean, there we were, right? I mean, I managed to crawl into and sneak onto campus, but poor Bob, is being chased still probably with these villagers and their pitchforks. And then me all alone. Suddenly, there's just a swarm of tiny dragons and talking fungus and a lady who I think was a harpy. And none of them had any idea what had happened to you. Until this door appeared, and then I put my ear up against it, and I heard you being attacked by a vampire. Again.
So how many of my videos did you see?
Laura, good news on the research front.
Dad, this is my friend, LaFontaine. Laugh. This is my dad.
Wow, you weren't kidding about the overprotective bit. I'm pretty sure my parents have rented out my room to a nursing student and decided she's my replacement.
Hey, LaFontaine, yeah, man. Laura's mentioned you before. I know you. You're the biology major with the sampling obsession who decided doesn't want to be a girl anymore.
Dad, that's not...
It's fine. It's less about the she and more about the they these days, Mr. Hollis.
Ah, of course. My apologies.
It can take some getting used to.
Please, I can deal with vampires and giants. This is hardly a stretch.
That's really logical.
Hey, speaking of vampires, you ladies and not ladies, mind just giving me a moment alone with my daughter here?
Of course. Come on, Betsy. Need an extra pair of eyes on these? Upstairs.
Sure.
Look, honey, you know what? I only saw Louis Kransky's greatest hits.
Good,
But trust me, it was more than enough, all right?
Some of those videos, they were edited in ways that could be misleading.
Really? Really? So you're not camped out in an evil university dating a vampire who nearly gave you up as a human sacrifice?
Okay, yes, but escaping the evil university was complicated, and Carm would never hurt me. She saved my life.
Would your life have needed saving if she wasn't in it? What did I say to you? What did I say to you when you told me that you were a lesbian?
Thank God you finally said it.
After that?
You better find a girl who deserves you.
Yes! That! And this might be so shocking to you, but murderous vampire isn't exactly what I had in mind.
It's not even... We're not even together like that anymore. We're friends.
Really? Really? All right. Okay.
Look, I'm sure it's a little more complicated than what I've seen, and she does get points for saving your life. So we can take her with us when we leave, but you just have to say your goodbyes before we get home.
Wait, what? Home?
Oh, you bet. I've been looking for you for 5 months, battling through untold insanity just to find you. You bet your sweet Bippy I'm taking you home!
We got it.
And marker. All right. Everybody settle, please. And action.
Hi.
Hi, so glad you found time to care. Not that we've been down here for, 2.5 months. I can't believe I thought this was going to be an actual rescue.
Hey, this is totally an actual rescue.
The same way your glorious plan to reclaim the school ended with Lawrence all evil dead and the rest of us stuck in a literal hellhole reenacting the Ten Commandments.
Okay, yes.
Let's wheel it back just to the top of that
Try
one.
not to use your hand too much because the shadow.
Yeah, I noticed that as I did it, yeah.
Thank you.
Let's just do it from the top.
Sure.
Tell me to read one so you can do your job.
What?
That's Keith talking to Cassandra.
Either or. I did prep for it, so.
If my hand is here, is that too low? Does it look weird?
It's a little bit weird, yeah.
Can I have something to just put my elbow in? Because
Yeah,
it's just
you
like weird to hold it up.
You
all
can't
the-
hold on to this, you know.
No, you're holding it. That's like extra weight for you.
No. Put your hand on it. Yeah, just grab it.
Here, it's okay.
Put your hand right on this.
Okay. Does that work? Is it too low?
It's better there. We want to sell it, but literally you can grab whatever you want.
Okay.
On the,
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Bingo. Okay, from the top, please.
It actually is better because then you can actually pull it if you want a bit.
Right. Okay.
It seems a little more real.
Cool.
Okay.
And action.
Mel, who's been podcasting the lowdown on the Silas Ethernet.
Hi. So glad you found time to care. I mean, it's not like we've been down here for, 2.5 months. I can't believe I thought this was going to be an actual rescue.
Hey, this is totally an actual rescue.
The same way your glorious plan to reclaim the school ended with Hollis all evil dead and the rest of us in a literal hellhole reenacting the Ten Commandments.
Let's go again on that. Sorry, Lawrence all evil dead, not Hollis.
Did I say Hollis? Shit, sorry.
Sorry.
Lawrence all evil dead?
Just picking up from, hey, this is totally an actual rescue. And?
Hey, this is totally an actual rescue.
The same way your glorious plan to reclaim the school ended with Lawrence all evil dead and the rest of us in a literal hellhole reenacting the Ten Commandments. Really?
Embedded pit correspondent.
This is the worst.
We just need to know what's going on down there so we can nab the floor, select the other talismans, and then use them to force the dean to let everybody go. Wham, bam, totally a plan.
Yeah.
I think,
Still rolling?
Actually, be good if you actually did grab onto this.
Hold on to it,
because
okay.
Then it feels like you move your arm, you can actually
Okay,
control
okay.
it a
I
bit.
just feel bad that I'm like pulling extra weight on you.
Don't.
Okay.
Not at all.
you know what? Let's do. I just want to do that last line, and then maybe what you can do, Nicole, is play like you over here, like
Sure,
maybe
sure.
the Corvette guys.
Awesome.
Do you want to ever try, Spencer, if you want her to like move the phone like this or something like that, where it's like if she has a hand up, it looks like she's kind of just moving, adjusting her
Oh, sorry.
position
I
at
think
all.
I
Yeah,
pulled.
let's do that off of. Let's do.
Is this big?
We'll do that in another scene, but I like that idea.
Is this big spinny thing your focus? Because I just hit
It
it.
is,
Sorry.
yeah, it's okay. It'd be more like if you want to grab this guy or grab the rod or
Okay.
something. Yeah, like if you put your hand like kind of there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys still rolling?
Still rolling, yeah. Let's pick it up from. This is totally an actual rescue, and maybe let's do that. You can just do a swivel and just move James just a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and
Seeing a bit of boom shadow on her arm there. Okay, great.
and action.
I can't believe I thought this was going to be an actual rescue.
Hey, this is totally an actual rescue.
Yeah, the same way your glorious plan to reclaim the school ended with Lawrence all evil dead and the rest of us in a literal hellhole reenacting the Ten Commandments.
Okay, yes, that plan hit a few snags.
Yeah.
We have a much better plan, of which you are an essential part as our pit person.
Seriously?
Pit insider?
No.
Embedded pit correspondent.
You gotta be kidding me.
We just need to know what's going on down there so we can nab the sword, collect the other talismans, and then use them to force the dean to let everybody go. Wham, bam, totally a plan. That, okay, what's going on? No, we've not thrown a monkey wrench in all the planning, but I think I figured out what kind of demon the dean is. Wow, that's amazing. We're looking at Sumerian wind demon, creepy super succubus, terrified Gorgon, and can we exorcise him? Yeah, it turns out that's not so much a problem. The dean is a god.
Cut. Golden. Got that.